Welcome back to Renegade GCM. Today we have some gameplay with Dopey versus Red Yellow Sabo. Alright, so opponent chose to go first. So we got a Jinbei in hand, we got a Sengoku. We're going to deploy out the Sengoku here, looking for another card. We're going to grab the Law, and we're going to also deploy out the Perona, so we can have a little bit of control of what's coming through. But we're going to put these cards at the bottom of the deck here, and we're just going to pass it back to them. So Sabo likes to kind of swarm the board and keep putting characters back on top of their life, usually with a trigger or some effect. So they went in, we just took the hit, got a Weevil, and they played out a Karasu blocker, and we drew in. So we're going to go 5 here into Sabo. Take that first hit. So they're not going to use a trigger. We're going to go Jinbei into Weevil to draw into another card, and just pass it back to the opponent. So Sabo can be a little tricky to deal with, because they'll swing in with like a big character, then put it at the top of their life, so you can't really attack back into it. So we're going to put some Dawn on their leader, going 8 into our life here. Our hand is not the greatest. We do have a couple 2Ks. We're just going to take this hit here. We get a Gecko off top of our deck. We're going to play out the Law. We're going to bounce back our Perona and their blocker. Now we're going to use Teach here, just to kind of put something on top of the deck. We won't be able to play it out with leader effect, but just, giving some extra Dawn to stuff. Make our swing a little bit better. We're going to put the Gecko there and give our leader 2 rested Dawn. Going 7 into their Sabo. So they countered out. It's got like 3,000, it looks like, for the remainder of the turn. Yep. Meteor Strike of Love. You may add 1 life card to your hand after one of your leader characters get 3,000 for the turn. That's pretty good. So we're just going to pass it back. It's pretty good counter. They have quite a lot of cards in hand. Like 9, it looks like. If we can get a pudding, that'd be great. So they're going to play out a Momonosuke blocker. Putting 1 on to make it a 7K, it looks like. Then they're going to go 6. We're going to give them a 2K. And then just put the Momonosuke to life. So like I said, Sabo can gain life, essentially. So we're going to put 3 on the Sengoku, go 5 in to life here. We're going to just try to get as many swings this turn as possible. Get their hand size down a little bit. So they counter out there. So we're going to deploy out the Gecko, getting a 2K back to hand. We're going to put the Perona back to the top of life. We know it's not going to work for leader effect, but it's just a card out of hand. So we're going to go 5 with Jinbei into Sabo here. They counter out. We're going to go 6 with Weevil. They give us a 2K. We're going to go 5 with Law. And they counter out there. We're going to put the last available Dawn on our leader and go 8. So they take that hit. So we got them down to 5 cards in hand now. We have a couple 2Ks still to work with. So Tama is going to come down and give our Weevil minus 2K. Promo Zoro. Okay, cool. They're gonna go 6 into our 4. Maybe a 2 and a 1 if we want to save it. Yeah, we're gonna give him a 2K and a Jozu 1K. Here they're gonna play the Momonosuke, putting the Otama back to life, putting 1 onto their Momonosuke, and putting that into life. So Sabo was able to gain 2 life that turn. They have 4 cards in hand, so they don't have a lot. So we're gonna go 8. 8 into 5 here. They have to take that. And we're gonna go, looks like we're gonna go 8 again with Law. And we're gonna go 8 with Gecko. So we got some counter out of hand here. Now we're gonna go 6 with Leader. And then we have one more 6K swing after we see if the opponent monster resolve the trigger. They get a Kuma, looks like, to field. We're gonna go 6 into 5 here again. And they take that hit. So the opponent is down to 0 life. They did get a Kikinojo off of life. So we still have 3 life here. We have a couple 2Ks. I just see Sabo just can gain an insane amount of life. So you have a Crocodile and a Mihawk in hand, both 2Ks, a 1K Law and a 1K Perona. So the opponent put a Dawn on their leader and a Dawn on Kikinojo. They're going to go 7 into our Weevil here. We're going to 2K out. So now they're going to swing 6 with their leader into our Law. It'd be another 2K if we want to save it. Yeah, we'll save it. We only have 2 1Ks now left in hand. We have 3 life, and they have a Kuma, which they could swing. It's a 5K body, so. Looks like the opponent still has 8 open Dawns. So they're going to go 7, putting 2 Dawn on their Kuma. They take out the Law, which is fine. Now they have 6 Dawn to work with. They put 1 on, 2. And they're just kind of gaining life this turn again. Yep. They gained 2 life that turn. That's crazy. And the opponent scoops it up. Okay. So yeah, like we were going to be able to take them out this turn. They would have, they wouldn't have got much counter from the Kikinojo if they kept it in hand. A couple 1Ks, a 2K. But you can see Sabo can gain life after swinging, pressuring board, and then putting it back to life, which is kind of cool. But Dofi was still able to maintain board control, still pressuring, getting through the opponent's hand size, still being able to keep pressuring the life where the opponent couldn't gain too much of an advantage. But yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.